Okay, let's go to Houston. 12-2 a year ago, 8-0 in the AAC. Dana Holgerson entering his fourth season there. According to some of the advanced models, they were number 38 in the country last year, 38 on offense, 21 on defense.
Mhm.
SP Plus projects them to be 44 this year, 46 on offense, 42 on defense. So you might be wondering why we're even talking about them, but a lot of places have them as a borderline top 25 team, poll wise. Um, I don't know. Do you have thoughts about Houston this year?
Yeah, interesting team. Like when you compare schedules, like just coming up, like we just looked at the BYU schedule. Now you come look at their schedule; it's much more manageable. I guess anything is kind of compared to that murderer's row. Number was 8.5 here again. Is that right?
I have 9.
9. Okay, but
Let me let me
Are we gonna go with a half number just to make so it's for rounding purposes and such?
well, let me double check that. From my
Okay.
perspective, you could, if you can find it online, feel free to use whichever one you want. I'm looking at 9 on DraftKings, and I'll just check. Oh, it's not on FanDuel. Check another site quickly.
Okay.
Also see 9 on another site. So
The
yeah, saying
okay.
9.
Gotcha. Right. They don't have many losses. Like on this, they're better than most of these teams that they're playing, without a doubt. They do have some mutual games with BYU. They both play East Carolina as
Right.
well. Like so, there's like mutual opponents there. They're not. They went 12-2 last year. They're not on BYU level. I think maybe we're kind of propping them up to be that. Okay, they are not BYU Cincinnati. They are a significant. They're like that being said, that you don't have to be way up there to still be a really good group of 5 team. Like you're still
Mhm.
going to win a whole bunch of games. So yeah, the number at 9, like I feel like that number is about right on. They open up week 1 against Texas Tech, where they go to Texas Tech.
I
So
think
like, yeah,
it's.
I mean that's legitimate. So
Do they not play?
am I looking at the wrong one? Sorry, I
Do they
am.
not open at UTSA?
No, they have UTSA. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, that's wrong. Week 2 is Texas Tech. My bad.
Yes.
So they do get UTSA. Um, the I I don't know. I don't know. Let me give me a minute to still think about this number a little bit. I'm still rolling
Well,
this one
let me
back.
let me talk about the team a little bit while you think about it. So, I actually like this team a fair bit. Alton McCaskill, their star running back, did tear his ACL in spring practice, so there's a chance he'll miss the entire season. But their quarterback Clayton Tune is really good. Receiver Nathaniel Dell is a star, and they feel really good about a true freshman Matthew Golden, another receiver who I guess is one of the highest ranked recruits in program history. And it sounds like he tore it up in the spring. Um, and
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, they feel good about that. I have a bit of a hot take on their defensive side. Doug Belk, their defensive coordinator, I think he has a chance to be the next Marcus Freeman. Um, he's
Oh
kind
wow.
of that young, exciting defensive coordinator. And he was actually on the list for Notre Dame to hire a defensive coordinator when Marcus Freeman was promoted to head coach. Um, and I think one of the reasons he went with Al Golden is because there's some benefit to having maybe the elder statesman, to complement the young head coach. But
Sure.
I think Doug Belk is kind of that next up and coming group of 5 stud defensive coordinator that gets a big job sooner or later. The defensive line is awesome. It's really good. They are replacing 2 NFL draft picks at corner. So that's probably the biggest question mark on their defense. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about Doug Belk in December, the way we talked about Marcus Freeman 2 years ago at Cincinnati. Just saying.
So you're going over. Like that's
I am
what I'm
going
getting from
over.
that.
Pretty
Okay.
confident in it. A year ago, they played Cincinnati in the AAC championship game. I expect a
Yeah.
rematch. I think
Okay.
they will. I think they will both make it again. And I actually I'm not quite sure where I'm going with who will win, but I make it almost a coin flip. Like I do trust
Okay.
this Houston team a lot. I think they will be better than some of the projections that I just shared. Just because I feel like when you have a good quarterback, some good receivers, and a great defense, that goes a long way. So I trust this team.
Yeah, no doubt. No, like, yeah, like those things are like, yeah, quarterback play. I know we kind of keep coming back to that, but like,
Yeah.
massive for some of these schools that are trying to get there. I guess when you're Georgia, it doesn't matter who you start at quarterback, but yeah, for most people it does. Um, so you're over and you're confident in it. I'm
Yes.
going. We have disagreement here. I
Nice.
will be taking the under. I think okay, do we get a push at 9? Say they go 9-3.
Yeah.
Do we just push? Like, do I
Yeah.
push on that? Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll take the under. I think, yeah, I think there's some fairly tough games on here. I think going at Navy is tricky. I think at Texas Tech is tricky. UTSA just coming off of their year for the ages in week 1 could be a little interesting. So yeah, I think like overall, this is a schedule that has a ton of depth to it. You do get to play
Sure.
Kansas and Rice. might be the 2 easiest teams on there. But yeah, like there's a ton of depth there. Even like Tulsa was good last year,
Sure.
like in certain spots, and people don't really talk about it.
The
So
AAC is actually
there's
a good conference.
Sneaky good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not even sneaky good, maybe just good.
Yeah.
I think 9-3, 8-4. I think 8-4 is more likely than 10-2. I'm going to go with the under there. We have disagreement, which is huge.
Nice. I like it.